Okay, let's dive right into this, because literally, as we speak, in a quiet house somewhere in California, a robot is folding laundry. Think about that. It's actually looking up, saying good morning, and quietly learning the intricate nuances of a human's daily routine. And honestly, hopefully, it's finally figuring out how to perfectly match a pair of socks. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are looking at an absolutely fascinating and frankly staggering shift in our daily reality. We're talking about the arrival of humanoid machines, moving straight out of distant science fiction and directly into our immediate reality. And we're really going to dig into that emotional tension of having these entities right beside us.
Man, it gives you chills, doesn't it? We may be the last generation to remember a world without humanoid robots living beside us. Just sit with that for a second. We are the bridge generation, because before 2026 is completely over, these machines are going to be available to order, ready to be shipped in a box directly to your living room. We're standing right on the threshold of a totally new era of human history. So today, we're going to break down the 3 distinct robots that have officially crossed the line and entered our daily lives, and look at exactly what that means for our future.
All right, kicking things off at number 3, the Tesla Optimus Gen 3.
This represents the very first stage of our integration, and it starts with this vast, impersonal, industrial scale. So the crucial point is millions. The standout shock fact of Tesla's strategy isn't just seeing some shiny prototype walk across the stage for a highly choreographed tech demo. No, it's the Tesla is currently designing entire, sprawling factories with the staggering, explicit goal of building these general-purpose humanoid robots by the millions. We are talking about an entirely new manufacturing infrastructure designed not to build cars, but to build artificial laborers at a scale that honestly is genuinely hard for the human brain to fully comprehend.
And the timeline here? It is moving incredibly fast. In 2026, they are officially ramping up production. This machine is built to walk through a factory, pick up human tools, and just handle the repetitive, physically taxing work that people simply don't want to do. And the most awe-inspiring part is that it's actually doing it right now. Optimus is actively operating inside Tesla's own facilities, building up digital muscle memory and learning from real, live production lines every single day. So, while public sales are still, a year or 2 away, the physical foundation of this massive robotic workforce is already being laid in real time.
Just listen to this exact quote from the source material. Tesla is not trying to build one robot. It is trying to build an army of them. Look, Optimus might not be the single most nimble or advanced robot on our list today, but its sheer ambition is breathtaking. We aren't just looking at a cool new gadget, we are looking at the birth of a ubiquitous, synthetic workforce. It's the sheer scale of this project that makes it so profound and brings a genuine sense of wonder to what the industrial landscape is going to look like by the end of the decade.
Moving right along to number 2, the Figure 03.
Now, let's step a whole lot closer to actual human equivalents. To understand the immense stakes here, the company behind this next machine is now valued at tens of billions of dollars. Tens of billions. This is not some speculative garage project or a fun university experiment. This is one of the most heavily capitalized technological shifts in history. The smartest money in the world isn't just betting that this technology might work someday, they are betting billions that it is absolutely inevitable and that it's happening right now.
And here's the shocking reality of where that money is actually going. While most advanced robots are still sitting in pristine labs just learning how to keep their balance and take a few steps, a fleet of Figure 03 robots already has a job. They are currently clocking in, working inside one of BMW's largest car plants. This isn't a highly controlled demo environment where engineers are standing around holding their breath. They're on a real, gritty assembly line, working shoulder to shoulder with humans. And this is the crazy part. They're being billed by the hour, exactly like any other human worker. I mean, just imagine standing on a factory floor, looking to your left, and seeing a machine literally clocking its shift.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the eerie brain powering this machine. It's an AI system called Helix, and it's what gives this robot its remarkable, full-body, human-like control. It works in 3 distinct rapid-fire steps. Step 1, they dynamically see their environment, really taking in the chaos of a real workspace. Step 2, they reason about what they are looking at, understanding context and physics. And step 3, they adjust their physical bodies on the fly to actually complete the task. All of this happens dynamically, in real time, without a human steering them with a joystick or a remote control. 5 years ago, a robot autonomously reasoning through complex factory work was pure science fiction. In 2026, it just clocks in.
And that brings us to number 1, the 1X Neo.
Now, let's move right into your personal bubble, where
where the emotional stakes are definitely the highest. Over 10,000 people have already pre-ordered the N1X Neo. This is a robot heavily backed by OpenAI, and it's built specifically and intentionally for your house. We're expecting the very first home deliveries late this year. For around $20,000 or through a monthly subscription model, this technology is permanently crossing the threshold of the front door. We are literally inviting strangers made of metal and silicon into the most intimate spaces of our lives. It is completely designed for the human living environment. The Neo stands about 5.5 feet tall and weighs a surprisingly light 66 pounds. That lightweight design is entirely on purpose. It makes the machine inherently non-threatening. It's built to safely carry your groceries, tidy up your living room, and handle the mundane, everyday chores of human life, freeing up your time in ways we've honestly only dreamt of. Imagine never having to empty the dishwasher or pick up scattered Legos off the floor ever again. That's a real game changer. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive design leap we are witnessing. We're moving away from cold, rigid machinery towards something almost organic. While old robots used stiff, unyielding motors and were meant to be kept in safety cages inside factories, the Neo completely changes the game. It uses tendon-like artificial muscles. Because of this, it moves softly, gently, and fluidly enough that it can actually be trusted around children and pets in a typical, chaotic home. It's the difference between parking an industrial tractor in your living room and having a quiet, helpful companion. But here is the honest and frankly beautiful reality of where the technology is today. The Neo is not fully independent yet. When it faces a unique task or an obstacle it just cannot figure out alone, human experts can quietly step in and guide it remotely from afar. But here is the profound twist. Every single time a human steps in to help, the entire network learns from that exact guidance, which means the more we use it and the more we interact with it in our homes, the more human it becomes. It is quite literally learning how to live with us by watching us.
So, let's talk about the arrival. Let's pull all of this together. One builds our future in numbers too big to count. One works directly beside us on an assembly line. And one lives intimately with you. Let this truly sink in. This is the slowest these machines will ever be again. The rate of learning, the escalation of artificial intelligence, the manufacturing scale, it is all accelerating exponentially from this exact moment forward. This rapidly approaching future isn't some distant prediction anymore. The wonder, and yeah, maybe a little bit of the terror, of this new era is crossing our threshold right now, today.
Which leads us with the ultimate question. When a robot is in your house, quietly folding your laundry, learning your intimate daily habits, looking you in the eye, and greeting you by your actual name, is it still just a machine? Think about that emotional tension. Where do we draw the line between a highly advanced appliance and a synthetic companion? I want you to drop your answer in the comments below. I'd absolutely love to hear how you are processing this sheer sense of wonder. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and stay intensely curious, folks, because the world is changing faster than ever.